Do you want to notify your team whenever you're going to receive the payment by your customers successfully, but you're still doing this manually? Then this automation is just for you. So hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for InstaMojo payment. So I'm an owner of an apparel store and I use InstaMojo to collect payments from my customers. Here what I want is that as soon as I'm going to receive a payment by my customers with the help of InstaMojo, I want to notify about the payment that is done by the customer on the channel that I've created in my Microsoft Teams as a message. Now sending this message manually is very time consuming. So what I did was I simply automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. And in this automation, we are going to create a connection between InstaMojo and Microsoft Teams with the help of it. So if you also want to learn about this automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for InstaMojo payment. So as an owner of an apparel store, I use InstaMojo to make it easy for my customers to pay for their clothes. And I also use Microsoft Teams to communicate with my team about the inventory, customers, orders and upcoming promotions. In the past, whenever a customer used to make a payment with the help of InstaMojo, I had to send a manual messages to my team to let them know to start packing the order. This often led to delays, and especially when we have a lot of orders coming during sales. To fix this problem, I have set up an automation that sends a message to my Microsoft Teams channel every time a payment is completed through InstaMojo. Now my team gets an instant notification about the new order so that they can start packing right away. This has made our order process much faster and improved our service, ensuring customers receive their clothing quickly. And we are going to be creating this amazing automation between InstaMojo and Microsoft Teams with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as Notify Team on Microsoft Teams for InstaMojo payment. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. Okay. Next, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select InstaMojo Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this Create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Notify Team on Microsoft Teams for InstaMojo payment, and over here you can see there are two windows in front of you. One says Trigger, other says Action. So what is Trigger and Action? Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process, because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as InstaMojo. I'm going to select over here InstaMojo V1. As with the help of InstaMojo, I'm collecting the payments from my customers as they're going to purchase the dresses that I'm selling with the help of it. I want that as soon as a new purchase is going to be done with the help of InstaMojo, automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect should capture the response of that. That is why for the trigger application, I've selected it as InstaMojo V1. And for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as New Sale. As whenever a new sale is going to be done with the help of InstaMojo, that means a payment is received, automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of that. Okay. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. With the help of this unique webhook URL, we are going to create a connection between InstaMojo and Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below in the help desk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply copy this URL from here. After copying the URL, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my InstaMojo account to Pabbly Connect. For that, I'm going to open my InstaMojo InstaMojo account. So this is my InstaMojo account. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. This is my InstaMojo account's dashboard right over here. And in my InstaMojo account, I have created smart pages of the different dresses that I'm selling in my apparel store, in my online apparel store. I want that as soon as with the help of the smart page, a purchase is going to be done of the dresses that I'm selling using InstaMojo, automatically, instantly, Pabbly Connect should capture the response of that. So in order to do that, we have to connect our smart page that we have created with Pabbly Connect. For that, from the left side of the panel under Manage, it says Smart Pages. Open that. So I've created a smart page for this designer dress right over here. Okay. So I want to connect this smart page to Pabbly Connect so that whenever a purchase of this dress is going to be done, automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of the payment. Okay. So in order to connect this page to Pabbly Connect, for that we have to click on these three dots right over here and go to this edit page option. As we're going to do that, we'll be landed towards this page, and if I'm going to scroll down here, you can see over here it says page settings. Under page settings, if you're going to see, it says add webhook. We have to toggle this button on right over here. As we're going to do that, you can see it is asking for us to enter the URL. So for the URL, I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. So I've pasted the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. And for the information to be sent, I want that Pabbly Connect should capture the response of the successful payments that are done with the help of InstaMojo. So for the information to be sent, instead of this failed payments, I just want the successful payments. I'm going to select this option. Okay. After entering the URL and selecting the information to be sent, I'm going to click on the Save and Update button right over here. I'm going to click on Yes. As you can see, it says Smart Page Designer Dress Edited successfully. This means the webhook URL has been successfully added to the smart page right over here. Okay. If I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down, you can see right over here it is saying waiting for webhook response. So now what we're going to do is we're going to check whether InstaMojo is connected to Pabbly Connect or not. And how we're going to do that? By doing the test purchase of the product that we are selling with the help of InstaMojo. We are going to do the test purchase, and after doing that, we're going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of it or not. For that, I'm going to open my smart page that I've created. So this is the smart page that I've created for my designer dress. You can see right over here. Okay, this is the test page that I've created, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do the purchase of this product right over here. For that, click on this Pay Now button right over here. It is asking for the customer's detail. Firstly, it is asking for the first name. So for the first name over here, I'm going to write it as Smart. For the last name over here, I'm going to write it as Account. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as smartaccount2@pabblitudes.com, and for the phone number over here, I'm going to write in a dummy mobile number. After filling in all the details, I'm going to click on this Proceed to Pay button. It is asking for the method of payment to be selected, so I'm going to select a payment method right over here. It is asking for the card details, so I'm going to fill in the required details. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this Pay button right over here. As you can see that over here the payment comes successful. As now the payment is successful, this means the purchase has now been done. As now the test purchase has been done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my workflow and check whether Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the payment being done or not. For that, I'm going to open my workflow right over here and scroll down. And yes, you can see right over here Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the payment being successful. That means the purchase is done and we have received the response right over here. Payment status comes as success. We have received the ID right over here. You can see we have received the payment ID as well, currency as INR, that is Indian rupees. You can see the amount comes as 9, that was the amount of the dress. If I'm going to further scroll down, you can see the purpose is dress. We have received the amount again. We have also received the quantity of the purchase that was done. With the details of the buyer, the name as Smart Account, we have received the phone number, you can see right over here, with the email as smartaccount2@pabblitudes.com. As we have received the details of the payment being successful using InstaMojo, this means that InstaMojo has now been connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. Now whenever a new sale, that means a new payment is going to be done with the help of InstaMojo, and we're going to receive the payment. In the similar manner, Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of the payment being done. Okay. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. Our objective is that as soon as a new payment is going to be done with the help of InstaMojo by the customers, automatically a notification should be forwarded to the team that we have created on our Microsoft Teams channel. Okay. So in order to do that, we're going to set up our action step. And for the action application over here, I'm going to select it as Microsoft Teams. So I'm going to select my action application as Microsoft Teams, and for the action event I'm going to select it as send message in a channel. I'm going to select this action event as send a message in a channel, as I want to send a message in the channel that I've created in the name of new payments notification. In this channel I want to send notifications to my team that we have received a new order. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are now going to set up a connection between Microsoft Teams and Pabbly Connect. For that, I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, click on connect with Microsoft Teams. A window is then going to appear in front of you which is asking for a permission. So I'm going to click on this accept button. As the save process, my data is perfectly saved with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this accept button right over here. As I've done that, you can see Microsoft Teams is now successfully authorized with Pabbly Connect. As the authorization has now been done, it is asking for us to select the team. So for the team over here, I've created a team in the name of New Payment Alerts. So for the team over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for New Payment Alerts. I'm going to select this team right over here. And after selecting the team, it is asking for us to select the channel. So in my team, New Payment Alerts, I've created a single channel in the name of New Payments Notification. So for the channel, I'm going to select as New Payments Notification. Okay. After selecting the team and the channel, it is asking for the message that we want to forward in this channel that we have created in our Microsoft Teams. So for the message, I want to write it as, so you can see right over here, this is the message that I want to send as a notification to my Microsoft Teams channel that I've created. You can see this message is in an HTML format because in the help desk it says please enter the message in HTML format. That is, I've entered the message in an HTML format. You have to enter the message in HTML format as well right away according to your requirement. Okay. In this message, you can see I've created some fields, that is the payment ID. You can see the customer's name and the amount. You can see right away these are some fields that I've created. For the data of these fields, what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the data. What is mapping? Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we could insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how mapping works is that as soon as I'm going to select this field right over here, you can see right away it says InstaMojo V1 News Sale. This was the previous step. As I'm going to click on it, this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. In my previous response, I have received the payment ID, and over here it is asking for the payment ID. So from my previous response, I'm going to select the data of the payment ID. As I've selected the data from my previous response, you can see right over here this data is mapped. And this data is mapped. This means that this data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Okay. Similarly, you can see I've created another field for the customer's name. So I'm going to map the data of the customer's name right over here. I'm going to map it. After that, it is asking for the amount. So I'm going to map the data of the amount I have received right over here. So this is the amount I'm going to map it. Okay. So after entering the amount, so this is the message that I want to send as a notification to my Microsoft Teams channel. Okay. So this is the message. After filling in all the required details, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I'm going to do that, we have received a response right over here, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my Microsoft Teams channel and check whether I have received a new message on my channel that I've created in my Microsoft Teams or not. For that, I'm going to open my channel that I've created. And yes, you can see right over here, we've received the notification of the payment being done in our InstaMojo account. And this is the notification. It says new order alert. Hello team, we have received a new payment on InstaMojo for an order. Here are the details, the payment ID, customer name as smart account, amount as 9. Please start processing the order as soon as possible. This is an automated message. Please do not reply. So this is the notification that has been forwarded in my Microsoft Teams channel that I've created. As now we've received the notification successfully, this means that we successfully created an automation between InstaMojo and Microsoft Teams with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of an apparel store and I collect the payments from my customers with the help of InstaMojo. On my Microsoft Teams, I've created a channel on which I notify my team of the orders that have been placed with the help of InstaMojo. Here what I want is that as soon as we could receive a new payment with the help of InstaMojo, automatically to my Microsoft Teams, a notification should be forwarded of the payment being done. And for that, I've created this amazing automation between InstaMojo and Microsoft Teams with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this was it for this video. Thank you for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.